What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope having a blessed Tuesday watching this before it gets started on AAA's / WWE's Worlds Collide. Just gotta do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and the followers for Rumble, 428 YouTube, 22 Rumble. The gains slow the fuck down, but they don't stop. They keep on keeping on. But without further ado, let's get into it. Right now, first things first, I do not like WWE's acquisition of AAA. I do not, because we already see its influence here in the beginning of the show. When have you ever seen a AAA show start off by showing random wrestlers walking into the building? Here it is. You know, we already see its influence, and I don't like it. I really don't, man. But I'll get more into that later. But we start off, we see the GOAT, Rey Mysterio Jr. coming through. We then see La Primera. We then see the best Latina in pro wrestling, Stephanie Van Care, Lola Vice coming through. We then see Chad Gable, who's going to be in the main event, and this dude did double duty this past weekend, wrestling at both Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank. Big ups to Chad Gable. And then we see the reigning, defending, undisputed AAA Mega Champion himself, El Hijo de Vikingo. Right? They're going to be in the main event. And for this show, we have on commentary Corey Graves, he's play-by-play, and we have K-Dog, Conan, as the color commentator. I know some people are criticizing his commentary. I mean, people are going to bitch about anything at this fucking point, you know what I mean? Can't make everybody happy. I mean, I don't have a problem with him being on commentary. Matter of fact, I was listening to him break it down some of the rich history within AAA, within Lucha Libre, you know what I mean? There's a lot of shit that I don't know. So I was listening to him, you know, during these matches. So I had no problem with it. All right. We didn't see the El Jefe here in AAA, Marcela Pena. And you could tell, just look at her face. You know, does she want to sell AAA? Absolutely not. You know, she's probably thinking to herself, I gotta deal with these El Blanco Diablos. You know what I mean? Like, I'm joking, but start off, we get the national anthem from Mexico, and everybody that was out there, I believe, was you got HBK, you got Triple H, the Croc, the Pelican. Can't help himself. It has to be everywhere. It has to be front line and center. The spotlight always has to be on him. Where we got Blue Demon, Plagano, and Laredo Kid, and rest in peace to Antonio Pena. He was the founder, or he was credited to be the founder of AAA, I believe. So rest in peace to him. Lillian Garcia did her thing singing the Star Spangled Banner for the US of A, right? Big ups to her. And again, she is kind of like Roman told Drew once upon a time. You are forever my number two. Because number one still the Finkster Howard Finkel. Alright, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That's my pick. Alright, number two is Lillian Garcia, now and forever. Alright, first we get a promo from Rey Mysterio Jr. coming. Now they're showing his credentials, and I'll never forget his WWE title reign, because that shit lasted for like 2 minutes. Right? I'll never forget it. That backstage segment with him and John Cena. That big ass smirk on his face. He showed up, talked to Rey. He says, "You know, Rey, it's good to see you, and I look forward to our match later tonight. And I'll be challenging you for the WWE title." Like, Rey wanted that show, I believe, and then, well, he goes on to defend it against John Cena, and then John Cena beats him. I'm like, that's so fucking. I'll never forget that shit, man. I'm like, this fucking dude, man. But Rey cuts a promo, and just like when I watch shows from like New Japan or Stardom or Noah or Mari Gold, I don't have subtitles, right? So I really don't know what the fuck Ray was saying. I'm not fluent in Spanish, all right? I'm not there yet. I know a few words here and there, but not enough to hold a cohesive conversation. You know what I mean? So, but for what I understood, Ray was saying how I believe in 1994 was the original Worlds Collide in AAA. That basically he's gonna hold down a legacy of AAA within the WWE, basically. I guess that's what he said. I don't fucking know. Y'all let me know. Alright, but start off with the first match. Six-man tag team match. We have Aerostar from Lucha Underground, so I already know how good he is. Octagon Jr., I'm not that familiar with his work. And this is the first time seeing Mr. Iguana. And I see people, they're like, who is this dude? Why is he getting cheered? Because he's a character. That's fucking why. And he's all in with this whole half man, half blizzard gimmick of his. And I'm all for it. You know what I mean? Not only that, but I'll get to it here in a little bit more about Mr. Iguana. Alright, but they're going up against the Latino World Order, Simon. The Dragon League, which contract is up this year, going up against Cruz del Toro and Lince Dorado, who was one half of the Lucha House Party with him and Kalisto. Remember him? Before he got packed up and, he cut one of the worst promos of all time.
First of all, I can't stop thinking about Baron Corbin being on SmackDown. I get to have my revenge. Is that a scare? Hey, like I said, I'm here to stay and make a good lucha thing. God damn it!
Yeah, that dude. They showed Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio ringside watching the match, and this was a solid opener. Right, I enjoyed this match. Now, the people who stood out the most in this match, first was Mr. Iguana, right? Because some of the shit he was doing was crazy. With his little homie Laesca, I mean that's his name, or she, I don't fucking know. I don't know, man. Right, but yeah, this dude's athletic as shit. Right, some of the spots he was doing, man, crazy. Right, Cruz del Toro, this man went off in this match. Alright, even fucking Conan, he was like, have you ever seen Cruz del Toro wrestle like this? No. That's the problem. No. You think he's able to cut loose like this in the WWE? He's a fucking jobber. So this is like the first time Cruz del Toro got to shine. And that he did. He was tremendous in this match. Alright? And Lince Dorado, because my favorite moment in this match is when Dorado grabbed Laesca.
You done fucked up, right? No. You know you done fucked up, right?
Alright, that was like the best moment in that match. Alright, boy, fast forward to the finish. 1, 2, 3. Aerostar, Octagon Jr., and Mr. Iguana goes over. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention earlier is I like how they had Lince Dorado replace Zema Ion, aka Joaquin Wilde, because he's not actually Latino. Right? Like, you're Filipino, right? No offense, but you're not Hispanic, alright? Dominic Mysterio grabs the mic, he says, like, you people cheered Rey Mysterio? Have you forgotten he's a deadbeat, right? When it comes to the greatest Mysterio of all time, you're looking at him. Right? And Octagon Jr. steps up. He says, fuck you gonna do, puto? Pushes him. They go at it. He says, you know what, Octagon Jr.? It's like, I'm gonna challenge you and put this title on the line. I'll see you at Money in the Bank. Now, hear me out. Alright? Dominic is still a heel, correct? So wouldn't the smart thing to do is put the title on the line right then and there, because Octagon Jr. just wrestled a match, therefore Dominic will have an advantage going into the match? Then again, I'm using too much logic. Alright, so you end up doing the match at fucking Money in the Bank instead. And all throughout the night, they were showcasing several video packages breaking down the history within AAA, like talking about the founder, Antonio Pena, a wrestler turned booker who turned AAA to where it is today. Well, not the WWE buying them out part, like, you know what I mean. We did see some of the OGs when it comes to Lucha Libre. We got Mascarita Sagrada, we have Latin Lover, and that Mexican OT is in the building. And the only reason I know this dude is one of my best amigos in this life is Mexican. And he stays playing this dude's music. He has some decent songs, I'm not gonna hold you, but you know, he ain't my favorite. Well, I'll just say that, alright? We get a promo from Legado del Fantasma. Santos basically said that Lucha Libre within the WWE can only be represented by one family. Lucha Libre represents tradition, heritage. This family owns AAA in the Lucha Libre universe under the tune of two words, Familia Legado. We then see the two reigning Women's World Champions in the audience, Io Sky and Tiffany Stratton. And instead of defending their belts on maybe this show or at Money in the Bank, nah, we're gonna post them up in the audience like they're a fan that paid their hard-earned money to come see this show. We move on to the next match, another tag team match, and one thing I forgot because the last AAA show I seen was Triple Mania, where Karrion Kross was there. I was going to check out the one with Nick Nemeth. Was it last year or this year maybe? I think it was this year. I don't know. But I didn't get a chance to check it out. But regardless, I forgot that there's a shitload of tag team matches on these shows. Alright, but we get the women this time. Alright, we have Dalys and Chick Tormenta going up against the Muy Caliente, the best Latina in pro wrestling, Lola Vice, and the Chilean dime piece, Bonito Applebum, since you gotta put me on, the sexy goat demon chick, La Primera herself, Stephanie Valkyrie. Got a huge pop because this is her stomping ground, right? She put in work here at AAA and CMLL for years. So of course she's gonna get a huge reaction coming back, right? And I enjoyed this match. You know, some people were talking about, oh, it was a botch fest. I'm like, there are botches all throughout the night. But that didn't take away from my overall enjoyment of these matches, alright? Now, I was listening to Conan breaking down the history of these ladies. Now, how both of them are wrestling dudes, basically. Now, they're wrestling since they were teenagers. Like, Tormenta has been wrestling since she was like 15. So, I might go back and check out these two in their prime. Because these two ladies, I already know they can go, right? We have Dalys, basically, she was like the La Madrina to Stephanie Valkyrie, so that's the unfinished business they were talking about, I presume. And they're discussing how Chi Tormenta lost her mask here recently, and that she's not a high flyer because she implements La Grota style, which is basically the equivalent to strong style. I don't know if there's a bit of King's Road in there, I don't know, but that's what they were saying. It's basically strong style with Lucha Libre. Now, the best moment in this match is when Lola Vice and Stephanie Valkyrie hit the Devil's Kiss simultaneously. Makes me wish Booker T could have been here, but it is what it is. Fast forward to the finish. Stephanie hits the SVB to Dalys. 1, 2, 3. Stephanie and Lola Vice goes over. I don't know what the fuck they said, really. All I know is that I see 3 beautiful mamacitas out there, and that's good enough for me. Moving on, we see Chad Gable talking to True Martinez backstage. Alright, he was talking about how El Grande Americano is taking over Mexico. Right, they love El Grande Americano because he came through and mastered the dark arts of Lucha Libre. As far as me, I'm going to go out there and whoop Fakinko's ass. Become the new AAA Mega Champion and bring that beautiful title back to the United States of America, which is the greatest country of all time. And the look on Chewie's face, he says, yeah, whatever, bro. Like, sure thing, dude. All right. We then see, ooh, Chavo. Dun, 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 dun. Chavo Guerrero in the building. Alright, and then guess who we see next? We see the Street Profits. Yeah. Look at the fucking SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Yo, when I seen this shit, I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, yo, that's so fucking wrong. I'm like, they got, now mind you, they got everybody else's names right. All right, and I forgot to mention that Lisa's husband, Negro Casas, was out there supporting her. But they got Chavo's name right, they got Tiffany Stratton's name right, Eagle Sky's name right, like in everybody else. But when it comes to the Street Profits, like these niggas can't catch a break, man. It's bad enough that they have yet to defend their SmackDown Tag Team titles on any PLE since they've been champion. But you're gonna tell me y'all got everybody else's name right. I forgot to mention this earlier. You had Negro Casas out there supporting his wife, Dalis. Got his name right. Got that Mexican OT, his name right. Latin Lover, like EO Sky, Tiffany Stratton, Chavo Guerrero. But when it comes to the fucking Street Profits, y'all fuck up. I'll keep on saying this. This company tells you who they fuck with and who they don't fuck with. And it's obvious, it's apparent that they do not fuck with the Street Profits. Not like that. Alright? Oh, we'll make you tag team champions. Your title reign will be absolute garbage. And that's exactly how their reign has been. It's non-existent. Hardly get any TV time, can't get on a fucking PLE to save their lives. It's a damn shame. But it's like, at this point, it's like, yo, y'all might as well just pack up and leave with LA Knight. Yeah. I'm just saying. But we move on to the next match. It's a 6-man tag team match. We have Legado. I love that fucking theme song. That shit, I'm sorry, that shit's catchy. I ain't gonna hold you. We got Legado del Fantasma going up against El Hijo de Wagner Jr., right? Who had the only good theme song on this fucking show. Because here's one thing, let me tell you. Right, one of my earliest exposures to AAA was watching, I believe it was Teddy Hart. He came out to All Eyes on Me. I'm pretty sure it was AAA. And then I seen a clip of Roosh using whatever Chris Benoit's theme song from Our Lady Peace, down here in AAA. I'm like, that instantly made me a fan of Roosh. I'm like, what a savage. Which is one of the things I miss about AAA. Because they didn't give a fuck. They just play whatever. You know what I mean? Now it's just this generic, hokey garbage. Wagner Jr. had like an actual good theme song. But most of it was just, throughout the night, was just generic garbage. Generic Death Rebel garbage is what it was. But he's teamed up with Pagano, who is a proud sinner, and Psycho Clown, who I guess basically he's like the sweet tooth here in AAA. Bring back Twisted Metal. That's a series that deserves to be remastered or remade. But I digress. I enjoyed this match as well. Alright, probably the spot of the match. The bad boy Berto out the way, and he just laughs at him. He says, just like an asshole, just laughs at him. And the fucking crowd is talking about pendejo, pendejo, pendejo. Because Pagano hit that shit hard. And you know who he reminds me of? PCO. Like, I don't know why. It's just, I see PCO in him. But, yeah, I mean, regardless, I enjoyed the match. Fast forward to the finish. 2, 3. Legado goes over. Afterwards, we see the reigning, defending, undisputed AAA Mega Champion El Hijo de Vikingo is talking to shit backstage. He said he's not gonna let that gringo Chad Gable come and take the prestigious Mega Championship back to the States. He's going to whoop his candy ass here tonight, right? We then see Damian Priest, Bisexual Taker, and Savio Vega, big ups to him in the audience. We then see Blue Demon, once again, big ups to him. That leads us to the next match, a fatal 4-way for the NXT North American Championship. We have the Young OG, Javon Evans coming out first, and Laredo Kid. I already know how good all these dudes are. Right? Ray Phoenix comes out next, and then we get the reigning, defending, undisputed NXT North American Champion, Ego. It's not confidence, it's all ego. Mr. Ethan Page. Right? Phil 4-way was decent. You know, had his botches as well, but I still enjoyed the match. Fast forward to the finish, and still NXT North American Champion, Ego. Ethan Page. I'm sorry, that's just catchy. I'm not gonna lie. I hated it at first, but I'm starting to like it. And they pointed out how Laredo Kid, I believe he's the Cruiserweight Champion here in AAA, so does that mean that Ethan Page gets a shot at the Cruiserweight Championship here in AAA because he beat the champion? I don't know, I'm just saying. Alright, but we then move on to the main event.
Well, it looks like the fight's already started. It's time for the main event.
Alright, that's for the AAA Mega Championship. We got Chad Gable. Thank you! Coming out first, he's going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed AAA Mega Champion, and that is El Hijo del Vikingo. Alright, solid main event. You know, I know how good Vikingo is, even though commentary was glazing the fuck out of him, especially Conan, talking about, you talk about your Michael Jordans, LeBron James, the Eddie Guerreros of the world. Well, you look at Vikingo, and this dude is special. And listen, alright, like, this is no disrespect to Vikingo, but there are no Eddie Guerreros. There's none. There's only one, and he passed away in 2005. Rest in peace. Viva la raza, se mo. It's like, again, Vikingo was good, but he's not on that level. Sorry, not sorry. Right? But this match was solid. No, I want to see more technical wrestling from Vikingo because this was a different style of matchup than I normally see. Because normally he wrestles like the high octane style matches where it's like spot, like bam, 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 you know what I mean? With Chad, they slowed it down, focused on psychology in the match, and I appreciate that, right? But we fast forward to the finish, right? Because this match was predictable. They're not going to give the belt to Chad Gable. They're not, right? So Vikingo hits that 630 senton to Chad Gable. 1, 2, 3, and still AAA Mega Champion El Hijo del Vikingo. Right, and then the whole crew comes out, you know, to tell the fans good night. And that's it for AAA's Worlds Collide. Now, there's a few things I want to say. Now, from my understanding, at first TNA was supposed to be involved on this show. So what happened to that? I guess I'll have to look that up. Cause I could have swore it was supposed to be Joe Hendry, Moose, and the Nemeths. They were supposed to be featured on this show. So I don't know what happened there. And one thing I fucking can't fucking stand is all the advertising of the WWE all throughout this fucking show. You know, from the fucking barricades in the ring. It's like, we get it. You own AAA, but can you let AAA be AAA, for fuck's sake? And this coincides with a video that I want to do sometime this week about advertisements in this fucking company, man. I can't stand it. It's getting out of hand, right? So I plan on doing that sometime this week, right? But yeah, I enjoyed this show overall. It was better than Money in the Bank or Money in the Bankruptcy money down the drain. Fuck that show. Fuck Seth Rollins, the original tribal cuck, or the tribal cuck. You know, like, I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I will never be better than Roman Reigns. That's Seth Rollins, you know. But yeah, I don't know what the next show for AAA is going to be. Triple Mania is in August, so I know they're going to have something probably in July, I presume, so I don't know. But I'll check it out when that happens. But yeah, that's all I got to say about this bullshit, so I want to hear from you guys, right? How do you guys feel about Worlds Collide? Did you watch it? What was your favorite match, favorite moment, all that good shit? Right? To those who go out their way and like and comment my videos, thank you so very much. Right? To those who go out their way and dislike my videos, more power to you. Right? You do you. Right? But as far as what's next, I'll try to see if I can squeeze in a Raw review. If not, I'll give my thoughts on it, because apparently some things took place on the show, so I'll check it out for myself. Alright? And I still gotta get caught up on NWA, I gotta get caught up on Evolve, got these video requests I gotta do, it's a bunch of shit, man. It's a lot. It's a lot, because I don't just stick to WWE, because I like pro wrestling as a whole. But I always thank you guys' time, so with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, but most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I'm out of here. Until next time, adios.